Welcome to my June garden tour. We've got a nice overcast day today, so we should be able to see everything quite well. We'll start over here. This was the obelisk that I planted up a couple of days ago with the fuchsias. So obviously not an awful lot has happened with this at the moment, but have a look at my sweet peas. The sweet peas that I planted are just lovely. I keep tying them in, and as you can see, like this one here is flopping over, so every now and then just go over, tuck it in very carefully. But that has shot up, so that is looking wonderful, as are these planters. They've just gone wild. I've only fertilised them once. I was going to fertilise them every Sunday. That was going to be my new regime, but of course I did it one Sunday and then events overtook me the following Sunday. And this was the pallet wall planter that Richard made, well, probably 6 weeks ago now. That is looking fabulous, all tumbling over. That's been very successful. This is the west side of the house, so it does get the full sun in the afternoon, which is the hardest for plants to cope with, really. So everything along this wall has to work hard. And look at this. This was the Grecian planter, and that's just looking absolutely gorgeous. This is the clematis that I planted, that I'm going to show you the good, the bad and the ugly in this garden, because there are all three. One morning I came down, it had 3 strands. You can see it's only got 2 now. This strand here was completely dried up overnight. I had no idea why. So I had to cut it all off, and then I untied this strand and moved it over a bit. No idea why, but these things happen. The hanging baskets are looking lovely. They've done really well. The calla lily, so happy where it is. That's doing ever so well. And you've seen the hostas before. They're now flowering, so they're obviously very happy. Now something that is not happy is my honeysuckle, and I am very unhappy with the honeysuckle. This part, beautiful. Look at this, busy lizzies, and this lobelia is just thriving. But can you see the honeysuckle? We have powdery mildew. You see all those white spots? That is a fungus, and it's airborne. But I'm going to do probably a 10-day trial, and then at the end you'll know, did it work or didn't it work. I have about 3 different things to try, so hopefully the first one will work and we'll be fine. But that is a bit upsetting. But nothing is unresolvable. This is always looks very pretty. It's just my camper van. That's lovely. Let's have a look at the box tree moth trap. So it's still trapping them. Oh, you can see that one's alive. Look. That one's just got in there because he's still alive. But if you have a look at the box trees themselves, they did get attacked, but it doesn't look as if any more has happened. So hopefully we caught it in time. Then we've got some lovely plants here. We've got a smoke bush, which I think probably needs to be in the sun more because it hasn't gone the lovely brown colour. So I might look into that, and I might need to move that. And the rhododendron flowered for the first time in 2 years, so that was good. I'm going to have to cut this out, I think, because that has got trampled probably by one of the dogs. And then on Gardener's World this week, Monty said these poppies, that if you do that, you could get a flush of new growth. So we'll try that. And I've gone a bit mad for heucheras now, and I've got 4 different colours. So this is the first one, the beautiful lime green. This is just about to flower. That is my anniversary rose that I've mentioned before. The verbena has started to flower, and I love verbena because it goes on and on and on. The stems are really strong it kind of looks after himself. You don't have to do anything with that. And this is another heuchera, beautiful colour. These osteospermums, do you remember I cut them right back and I told you that they will begin to flush again, and they have. It's taken a few weeks, but there's lots of buds. If you look in closer, you can see all these little buds. Another thing that's bad in the garden, I said there's the good, the bad and the ugly. This is my lilac, and I'm wondering what all this is. I don't think it's the sun, because this area all along here just gets morning sun, which is the kindest sun. It has been very, very hot, so I'm going to look into that and find out what that is, and then hopefully find an organic way of treating that as well. So it's a shame, but as I say, these things happen. And you've seen the berberis that I pruned drastically, and the fuchsia, beautiful flowers. The sweet William is going strong. It's beginning to end now, you can see, but that has gone on for a very long time. The sedum is beginning to flower. This is an autumn joy, and that's going to be beautiful purple flowers. That will be obviously in the autumn. And I pruned the rose a few days ago down to the 5 leaves, if you remember. If you didn't see that video, that's worth having a look at, because now's the time to do that. So I explain how to do that in that video. This is one set of my painted alliums. So it's rained quite a lot and they're still okay. I did mention, but I will mention again, these flowers are dead anyway. I haven't killed them by spraying them. People do cut them out and use them for Christmas decorations. I mean, they would cut them now and store them for Christmas, because they finish flowering, and so I haven't killed the alliums by spraying them. Do you remember that I cut off all the flowers from the salvia hot lips? And look, already they've all come back. So I'm quite so pleased with these 3 plants. Each one will get as big as this fountain, and it's just going to be a big glorious shield for the fountain. Got some more verbena here. Clematis finished flowering. If anyone knows, please comment. I believe if I cut the seed heads off, it might flower again later on. In fact, I've tried it on this one, cut the seed heads off there. This one, of course, is still flowering, beginning to finish. But that one's been very nice. We have some more heucheras, with Chinese plumbago. The campanulas have finished now, so I've cut those down, the tall spikes, cut all the spikes off. This is another sedum, autumn joy. If we have a look at the back there, the canna lilies are beginning to grow. I love these. They will be this high and they will have beautiful red spiky flowers. I have a very poor show of dahlias, which got eaten by the slugs, but it's got a couple of little buds there. And here we go, my lovely alliums. We're nearly at the end. This is a limelight hydrangea, which I bought last year, but look, it's just beginning to start budding up. And these flowers, all going well, will be this big, like cone shapes, about that big. Fingers crossed. Here's the osteospermum this side, which is beginning to get some flowers. It's got little buds dotted about. It will never be as good as it was when I first planted it. This one has been in for 3 years now. So we'll see what happens. Could be time for something new there. And then this salvia, I had to tie it up. Yesterday I did that. See the string there? It was just completely flopping. I think it had rained. So it's looking a little bit straggly. But that's because it was all flopped on the floor and I just pushed it up. And I'm hoping that in a couple of days it will kind of reach the sun again and all will be well. Over here, this has just done amazingly. We've got the blue fusco grass. That, I love it. Geraniums are looking lovely. And of course, when each one fades, I will take the flower back down to the stem and then it will just constantly keep reflushing with growth. These are my other heucheras, which have kind of joined into one big heuchera now. Love them. We have had a sad story. I had 3 exactly the same, and look, they have performed totally differently. This one, it's got all these little flowers. This one has remained thicker, no flowers. This one, well, it's got to go. So that's very strange. But that's what happens in the garden. You can't get upset when flowers die because the garden's constantly changing. Anyway, that's it for the June garden tour. I hope you've enjoyed it, and let's get on with July. July is usually in my garden. Sometimes things can come to a bit of a standstill. The first flush of spring's over and things kind of just settle. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Thank you for watching and I will see you soon. Bye.